Welcome to the session on backtracking. In the backtracking technique, we construct solutions to a problem by constructing one component at a time. Then we will evaluate these partially constructed candidates. The steps followed are: if the partially constructed solution can be developed further, that means it should not violate the problem's constraints, then we take the first legitimate option for the next component. So in case there is no legitimate option for next component, it implies that no alternatives for any remaining component need to be considered because you will not be getting a solution. In this case, the algorithm backtracks to replace the last component of the partially constructed solution with its next option. So in case you are not going to get a possible solution, you have to go back one step and see the partially constructed solution and consider the next option available for it. During the process of backtracking, we construct a tree which indicates the choices that are made, and this tree is called as the state space tree. In such a tree, the root node, it represents an initial state, that is before the search for the solution begins. Nodes at the first level will indicate the choices that are made for the first component of the solution. At the second level, the nodes indicate the choices made for the second component, and this continues. At the last level, we get the final solution. With respect to the state space tree, we have nodes which are called as promising nodes and non-promising nodes. A node in the state space tree is said to be promising if it corresponds to a partially constructed solution that may still lead to a complete solution. So promising nodes are the ones which we expand further in order to get a solution. A node in the state space tree is non-promising if it corresponds to a partially constructed solution that will not lead to a complete solution. So even if you expand, you are not going to get any solution to your problem. Leaves in the tree will represent two possibilities. Either a non-promising node where a dead end is reached, so you are not going to expand further to get any solution, or it represents the complete solution found by the algorithm. In the case of backtracking algorithm, the state space tree is constructed in the depth first search manner. That is, for the case of the promising node, then you generate the child by adding the first remaining legitimate option in order to get the next component of the solution. And then you continue expanding with this particular child at the next level. For the non-promising node, then the algorithm will backtrack to the parent node in order to consider the next possible option for this solution. In case this is also not going to give you a solution, then the algorithm can backtrack to the next level up in the tree and then continue to get the solution. Finally, if a complete solution to the problem is obtained, then either the algorithm can stop if there is only one solution that can be generated, or if you need more possibilities, then it can continue searching for any other possible solutions. Let us see an example of the n queens problem to be solved by using the backtracking technique. So in the n queens problem, we have to place n queens on the n cross n chessboard. The queens should be placed such that they cannot attack each other. So when queens can attach each other, that is if they are in the same row, same column or on the same diagonal. So you are supposed to place the queens on this n cross n chessboard such that they are not on the same row, not in the same column, or they are not on the same diagonal. For n is equal to 1, that is there is only one queen and only one row, one column. So it is a trivial solution. And for the case of n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3, when there are 2 or 3 queens, there is no possible solution. Let us see about the 4 queens problem. Now, each of the 4 queens has to be placed on the 4 cross 4 chessboard such that it should not be on the same row, same column or on the same diagonal. Let us see how this 4 cross 4 chessboard looks like. There are 4 rows and 4 columns. On the first row, you are going to place queen 1. On row 2, you should place the queen 2 such that the queen 1 and queen 2 should not be on the same column as well as on the same diagonal. Next, you need to place queen 3 having placed queen 2 on the second row. So when you place queen 3, it has to be placed only on the third row. And finally, you have to place queen 4 on the fourth row. So when we start with this particular solution, we start with an empty board. That is, no queens are placed. So all the 4 rows, 4 columns are empty. Next, you start placing the first queen. So the queen 1 can be placed in the first possible option, that is on the first row. You have to place it in column 1. Once queen 1 has been placed, then you try to place the second queen. Now the place of the second queen is definitely the second row. But you have to choose a suitable column such that you do not violate the constraints. That is, it should not be on the same column as that of the first queen and it should not be on the same diagonal as well. So let's look at the state space tree. So this represents the state where no queens are placed, that is the initial state. And in the first step, we are trying to place queen 1. So this is row 1 and column 1, we have placed queen 1. So having placed the first queen, we are trying to place the second queen. So we try out placing the second queen on the first column. Now that is indicated by this 1x. Now I cannot place the second queen here. Why? Its place is the second row, yes. But if I place it here, it violates the constraint. So I cannot have it on the same column as the other queen. I try to place it on the second column. This is also not possible. Why? If I place it here, then again the constraint is violated that it is placed on the same diagonal as the queen 1. So what do you end up with? On the third column, you can place the second queen. So that is represented here. Now having found a place for the queen 2, you try to see whether by using this partial solution, you can try to place queen 3 on the third row. Now when you come to queen 3, it has to be placed on this third row. Can you place the queen on the first column? No. So you try to place it in the second column. But then it violates this constraint of having placed on the same diagonal. So you try placing the queen on the third column. Third column, when you keep, it is in the same column as that of the second queen. So this is not possible. You try to place it here. Once again, the problem occurs because the queen will be placed on the same diagonal as that of queen 2. So in this case, you cannot develop or expand this particular node further wherein you can get a solution. So why this is occurred? Because you would have wrongly placed the queen 2 in the third column. So what do? We go back and try placing the second queen on the next position, that is in column 4. So here we expand this partial solution after placing the queen 1 and try to place the second queen on the second row. So we place it here. Having placed it, now see whether the third queen can be placed. So in the first column, definitely it is not possible. In the second column, you cannot. Can you place it? Yes. Why? Because no other queen is present on the same column, as well as across these diagonals you do not have any other queen. So you have chosen a final position for queen 3 on the second column. Next, you are going to expand this particular node and try to place the queen 4. Now queen 4, can you place it in column 1? No. Okay. Try placing it in column 2. You cannot. Why? Because another queen, that is queen 3, is already been placed on the same column. So try placing it here. When you place here, the problem occurs of being on the same diagonal. Then you try placing the fourth queen here. Again, this violates the problem's constraint, that is, two queens cannot be on the same column. That means, can you develop this particular solution? No. Can you get a solution out of this partially constructed one? No. So, can you go back with next available option? You have already seen all possible options here. So, your problem backtracks and goes back to the next level. And now, instead of continuing with this solution, we try to get another possible option. So, we try placing the first queen itself on the second row. In this case, we had placed it, sorry, not on second row, on second column. Here, we had placed it on the first column, but this did not give us a solution. So, now we try to place the queen in the second column. So, having placed this first queen on the second column, we try to get the position for the second queen. Now, second queen cannot be placed here. Why? Because it's on the same diagonal. You cannot place it on the column 2. Why? Because queen 1 is already on column 2. You cannot place it in column 3 because it will be violating the constraint of being on the same diagonal. So, you place queen 2 on the fourth column. So, none of the constraints is violated. So, here you can place it. So, 1x, that means placing the second queen on first column is not possible. In the second column is not possible. Third column is not possible. So, in the fourth column, we are going to place the queen 2. Next, we shall expand this partially constructed solution to try to get its child node. That means we are going to place the queen 3 on the third row. Let us see. Can I place the queen here? Yes, because no other queen is there on the same column nor on the same diagonal. So, we will place the queen 3 on the third row in the first column. Next, let us proceed with this solution to see where we can place the fourth queen. Now, I cannot place the fourth queen on this column because there is another queen on the same column. Second column also, there is no possibility. Third column, no other queen was placed. No other queen is there across the diagonal also. So, that means I can place the fourth queen here in the third column. So, further I will get it as, so queen 1 on the first row second column, queen 2 in the fourth column, queen 3 in the first column and queen 4 in the third column. We are done because we had only 4 queens and all the 4 queens are neatly placed, and this is your solution. Now you can see here node numbers are given. Initial node is given 0, root node, then you have 1, 2. This order of expansion is shown. Which node is expanded next? Next we did this node 3. We generated the fourth node, but it was not having a solution. Then we continued with node 5, node 6, node 7 and finally ended up with the solution node 8. If other solutions need to be found, then in that case the algorithm can resume at the leaf at which it stopped in order to expand and get further the solutions if possible. A single solution to the n queens problem for any n value which is greater than or equal to 4 can be calculated in linear time. Let us see another example of backtracking, that is the subset sum problem. So you are given a set of positive integers and also a positive integer indicated as d. So you should generate possible subsets from this given set of positive integers such that the elements that you consider as part of the subset, the sum of all these elements taken together should be equal to the value of d. So consider this example where you are given with a set A with elements 1, 2, 5, 6 and 8 and the d value is given as 9. So you should select elements from this set such that whichever elements you include, their sum should be equal to 9. So I can have two subsets. One is, if I take a subset with element 1 and 8, 1 plus 8 is 9. And also if I take another subset with elements 1, 2 and 5, their sum, sorry, not 5, 1, 2 and 6. Their sum is also equal to 9. 6 plus 2 plus 1 is 9. So some instances of this problem may have no solutions. It means you can be given an input set for which no subsets are possible, for which the sum of the elements is equal to d. We are assuming that the elements are listed in order. That is, the first element is smaller than the second element. The second element is smaller than the third element. And the largest element is the nth element. So we need to construct the state space tree, which is constructed as a binary tree. Binary tree means it can have 0, 1 or 2 nodes, every node. So left node will indicate inclusion of the element in that subset, whereas the right child will indicate that the item was not selected into the subset. So we have to construct the state space tree for this given set of elements 3, 5, 6 and 7 and a given d value as 15. Let us construct the state space tree for the given example. Set of elements is 3, 5, 6 and 7 and d value is given as 15. We start with the root node and the value that is present in the root node is initially 0 to indicate none of the elements from the set were included in our subset. Next, we try to generate the left child, wherein we include the first possible element, that is the value 3. So 0 plus 3 is 3. So this value in the next generated node is given as 3. Now this node is promising because if I expand this further, I may get a solution. Why? Because right now this sum is less than 15. I can still add more items from the set and see if I can get the value of 15. So the next possible element is element 5. So 3 plus 5 is 8. So when I include the element 5, that is with the element 5, the value is 8. Similarly, if you generate the right child, it is without the element 5. So without 5 means 3 plus 0 only. So that is 3. Next, I have the promising node where 8 is still not yet reached this 15. So 8 is less than 15. So I consider the next element, that is 6. So when I add 8 plus 6, I get 14, and 14 is less than 15. Now you see whether you can expand this node. This node is going to be non-promising because I have added the third element and I have got the sum as 14. Next element is 7. If I include that value, 14 plus 7 is 21, which is obviously greater than 15. So I indicate this as non-promising node and I do not expand such a node. So if I go back to the parent node, so I will try the next option. Without 6, if I consider, our sum was 8, and so now I try adding the next item. If I didn't add 6, the next available item is 7. So I try adding the item 7 in a subset. So 8 plus 7 is 15, and at this point I have got day is 15 and your sum is also 15. So you can consider this as your solution node. You can try for other possibilities. So see if there are other solutions. So because we have reached the solution, we go back and see any other promising nodes. If they are there, we can try expanding them. Now this value is 8 and without 7 is still 8. Further, do I have any items in my array in my given input set? No, right? So is there any chance of this 8 reaching 15? No. So 8 is less than 15. So this is also indicated as non-promising. That's why the X mark. Next we will go back. We have to continue with this right branch. So wherein we had stopped with the inclusion of only item 3 and item 5 was not included. So the next element after 5 is 6. So we will add the item 6 and see 3 plus 6 is 9. And if you had not added 6, then it is still 3. Now we will see whether this is a promising or non-promising node. We have taken the third element also, 9. If at all you take the next element, 9 plus 7, this value is greater than 15. So this node is non-promising. You are not going to get a solution. We have reached the dead end. At this particular node, we will generate the right child. We are not going to consider the element 6, but the next element possible is 7. So if I include the element 7, 3 plus 7 is 10, and this 10 is less than 15. So again this is a non-promising node. I have reached the dead end. You have to continue next from the right child. Here we had, for the root node, we had included the item 3. But without item 3 we are not considered. So let us see what will be the right child. 0 plus without item 3 is still 0. So we shall try considering the item 5. So 0 plus 5 is 5. Now for this let me try generating the left child. So 5 and I will add the item 6. So 5 plus 6 is 11. Is this node promising? You try, because we have already seen no 3, 5 was considered, 6 is considered. Now you have 7. So 11 plus 7 is 18, which is greater than 15. So this is a dead end, non-promising node has been reached. If you continue with its right child, without 6 means the sum is still 5. So after 5, you are not considering 6, so you have to include element 7. So 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 is less than 15. No more elements are there. Further, even if you add, you are not going to reach the value 15 because there are no more elements to be added. So this is also non-promising node. So it is the dead end. Even here at the right child, if I don't include 5, still the sum is 0. Definitely if I don't include any item, if it is 0, so that means 3 was considered, 5 was considered, 6 plus 7 is 13. The remaining element sum if I take, 6 plus 7 is 13. First 2 I didn't include, so 3 and 5 are not there, only 6 and 7. So 6 and 7 is 13. With all the 4 elements considered, 2 included and 2 not, never I will reach the value of 15. So this is also the dead end and a non-promising node. So we have generated only one solution for this particular example. In the state space tree, the root of the tree represents the starting point. That is before your solution search has begun. So you have not yet included any elements from the set. So you can have left and right children, where the left child represents the inclusion of an item A1 and the right child represents the exclusion of the item A1 in your subset being sought. So going to the left from a node of the first level corresponds to the inclusion of A2. Whereas if you go to the right from the root, it corresponds to its exclusion. That means A2 was not included. So a path from the root to a node on the ith level of the tree indicates which of the first I numbers from the set have been included in your subset represented by that particular node. At each of the node, we are going to consider the value of the sum of the numbers that we have considered as S, which is recorded in the node. So if S is equal to D, it indicates a solution for the problem has been obtained. That means you have got the subset. Either report this result and stop, or if all these solutions need to be found, you need to continue by backtracking to the node's parent and find out expanding other possibilities to generate other solutions. If S is not equal to D, then you need to terminate the node as non-promising if one of the two inequalities hold. That is, if for the currently generated sum S, I include the immediate next element from the set and my sum is greater than the D, the sum is too large, then you consider it as a non-promising node. And if to the currently generated sum, I include all the remaining items in the particular set, okay, that is from I plus 1 until nth, and still my value does not reach D, it is less than D, then also I will terminate the node as non-promising.